Hello and welcome to the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast with Jeremiah Jennings. While still in his early 20s, Jeremiah already runs a successful six-figure lawn maintenance company. Listen in as he and his guests share the things that have brought them success that can help you in your business. As a young entrepreneur in the green industry, Jeremiah emphasizes the tips and tricks involved in running a lawn maintenance business while discussing the principles applying to all small businesses. If you're wanting to grow, become profitable and professional, you're in the right place. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another show here on the Growing Green Landscapes Podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings. Thank you all so very much for tuning in to another episode today. It is an honor to be here with you. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who listened last week. Thank you to everyone who supported us out there as we did a little Fullerton Unfiltered takeover on Friday. We did the Featured Friday and kind of hosted that show for the day. We got a big response out of that. I think we gained a pretty good amount of new listeners off of that too. So big shout out to Brian. Thank you for letting me do that. It was an honor and a privilege to be able to be on your show and reach your audience. And guys, if you're out there and you're coming from Brian's show, welcome. If this is your first live podcast since you heard us on his show, welcome in. I'm excited for you to be here. We are wanting to grow this community one relationship at a time, one listener at a time. And we're just going to be bringing as much knowledge as we can over here over the next couple months to a year and just see where this thing takes us. But we've been going for about 3 months, going strong. We're growing every day, and I'm excited for what the future holds. But today we have a great guest interview. I'm loving these guest interview guys. If y'all are, let me know because I enjoy them so much. I can talk solo about stuff if I need to, but I enjoy sitting here and talking with other people who are more knowledgeable than I am and can just give a great perspective on things that I personally can't talk about. So today, we'll just go ahead and dive on in. We have with us Luke Meyer from ML Lawn Care out of Michigan. Luke, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, Jeremiah. I appreciate you having me on, man.
Absolutely. It's an honor to get you on here. I've been following you on Instagram for a while now, and it turns out we're actually the same age. We're both 21. I did not know that. I knew you were younger, but I thought you were like 23, 24, something like that. So it's cool that we're both 21. We're both young bucks.
Yes, right. Yeah. Yeah, we just found that out not too long ago. So.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy meeting guys my age. It's cool knowing that there's people out there that are relating to the things that I'm relating to. See, I mean, even in life, like stay outside of business, I mean, you got to be kind of somewhere in the same things in life. I mean, relating this age group and stuff. So it's cool meeting other people like that. But Luke, I like I said, really appreciate you coming on tonight, man. We're doing this late night here, really later for you. You're in Eastern time. But let's just kind of talk about it. We'll sit back and kick it for 30, 45 minutes here and just tell us a little bit about your business and kind of how you started, how you've grown it to what you've grown into today, and just kind of inform everybody on where you are.
Right on. Yeah, no. So I started back when I was 15. Really, this was kind of like a dream of mine since I was like 12, 13. I don't know like what really influenced you or what kind of content was out there back when you started, but I know for me, Lawn Site was huge. Did you ever get on Lawn Site forum?
Yeah.
It makes me feel kind of old, even though we're 21.
Yeah, because it's like the so younger generation now. Yeah,
they got like Instagram stories. There's so many YouTubers. Yeah. There was Lawn Site, there was Keith Kalfas, B&B, and that was really about it, honestly, back then. There was this one guy called G. Packard, but not a whole people know him, but he was pretty cool too. Yeah.
And then there was what was his name? Did you ever watch how am I forgetting this? Oh wow. Man, I'm at a loss for words. I might have to think of it and come back to it later. The guy that was Greg Chisholm. What was his did he have a name? Geek to Freak. There. Oh, my goodness, that's pitiful. I cannot remember that. I never watched him because I came into it late, but did you watch him any?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of like the people that have been doing it for 5 or 6 years now, like Geek to Freak is one of the main guys that got him into it.
Even the YouTube world, like that, the ones that are YouTubing right now, they all refer to Greg as the OG of the YouTube game.
Yes, sir.
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Get off on that. Just continue. Talking about Lawn Site, how old and outdated that is.
I would come home from middle school or whatever. Mom would drive me home, and I'd go back up into my room, get like because I wasn't allowed to bring my phone to school. It wasn't even a phone; it was like an iPod, and I'd
Yeah.
go on to lawnsite.com and just read for hours. I probably did that for like 3 years. Looking back, like you grow and you mature mentally so much. Like there's probably a lot of bad advice that I wouldn't have taken by people on lawn site. Like nowadays, you can just go ahead and read through it. You could, see through a lot. But back then, I'm like, oh, like this is what you should charge, and this is how you hire, and like, you really got to audit who you're listening to.
Yeah, you got to vet it
But
out
anyways,
for sure.
Yeah, but that's what got me into it. So I still really didn't have the nerve to kind of go out and advertise on my own because I was afraid of rejection, like getting turned down when I didn't even have anything to begin with. But
Yeah.
you just got to get over that. You got to, dude, rejection's like the smallest thing you'll deal with. Like at this point, if someone says no to my prices or something, dude, I don't care.
Yeah, you don't even think about it.
The faster you can get over that, the better off you'll be.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so like my neighbor asked me to mow his lawn, and then that kind of gave me the confidence. And after that, like 15, I had 3 lawns, 16, 25, 17, I had 55, 18, I had 85. And then it's just steady 85 to 120 accounts, just kind of like weeding out the bad ones, taking on the good ones,
Yep.
Raising prices. So this year and last year, we're finally at a point where, we're very happy. Cookie cutter lawn care company. I could expand if I want to, and grow and add multiple crews, but I'm not necessarily sure if that's something I want to do right now.
Yeah. If you found something, I've talked about this on here before, but I was having a conversation with, Josh Sutton from Sutton Outdoors. He's up in Missouri, I think is where he's from.
Yeah.
But we were talking about this together in the trades. He was like, look, you can expand and you can do all landscaping, you can do hardscaping stuff, but the investment that you have to make into that world to get like really big and like profitable at it is so great that if you have like you're saying, you have a good lawn maintenance company and you've become profitable, you've got your routes down, you got your systems down, just stick it out. Like if you're enjoying it, just go with what you got, and there's no need to grow into some massive company if that's not what you're looking for.
So, like, there's different kinds of entrepreneurs out there. There's, and I guess it really all depends on your leadership style or how much knowledge you have in the entrepreneurship realm or how much you care about your reputation. But like when you just start out at your first company and you kind of grow it to a point where you can start to become hands off, if like you really care about reputation or you really care about the quality of work or you like being hands on, like I would just stay at that point. I would stay there. But if you're trying to grow, if you want something else out of your life, if you want a big company or you want a certain salary or you want to have this many employees, go for it. But I guess you just really got to audit your goals, know what you want. I know a lot of people that are hands on that grow the cookie cutter lawn companies and they just stay at that really lean, profitable spot. That's where we're at right now. And I just really don't know if growth is something for our future. So.
And you can make a lot of money in doing it. And
yes.
and it's simple. Like I feel like we're kind of in the same boat. This is cool because I'm in the process still. I'm a little behind you, I think. I started a little later than you did, but I've probably got about a year to 2 years left of weeding out all my bad ones to replace them with really good ones. But we're to that point where we're starting to like really see some profit, and it's like, why would I really want to change? Like I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I mean, eventually I might want to hire one more guy so I can get out of the field every day. But I enjoy it. And that's not for everybody. Now let me say that it's not. I'm not saying you have to cut grass your whole life. I mean, there's people listening to this podcast right now they're not cutting grass, and there's people listening that probably have a company that cuts grass and does everything else, and they're sitting at home, and that's good for them. That's just not for everybody, though.
There's probably people listening to this podcast that would die to have a lawn company right now.
There probably is. Yeah, there probably is. And I mean,
dude, I would love to be in these guys' shoes.
Yeah, yep. That's what we were talking about before we hit record. Was there's always something as you're looking, like there's always something else, always greener grass on the other side. Like there could be somebody sitting back and being like, man, I wish I had that company. Or there's probably lawn care companies who think, man, I wish I had that hardscape company. But it's just the truth of the truth of the thing is the matter is that it's not for everything is not for everybody, and you got to realize that you can't look at somebody on Instagram and be like, "Ooh, I need to do that." If they have a multi-million-dollar company, that's not for everybody. So figure out what your niche is and stick with it. That's kind of what we're getting at here. Is if you're enjoying it, stick it out. So kind of go into your company a little bit. So you said you built it up. You got about 80 to 120 yards here. Kind of like you said, weeding out the good ones, weeding out the bad ones, picking up the good ones. I know I have seen. So I followed you on Instagram for a while now, and that's how we kind of got connected for this podcast. But I know you just bought a truck from Colton, right? You bought his old Chevy when he moved. So are you? I've seen you run 2 crews before. Do you have multiple crews? I know you're in like tight neighborhoods, so you kind of like oversee both crews, or are you back down to one crew? Kind of where y'all at operating wise right now?
Yeah, so in the springtime, when things really start to pick up, I got summer help. So he's only here, Emmett. He's only here May through August, early May through early August. So that's when I schedule a bunch of landscape projects because I've got him to put on the mow crew, and I'll go and I'll lead the landscape crew. I got part-time firemen that work, and then full-time firemen. So there's like the schedule. They're not 100% dedicated to the company. They'll come when they can. So I'll schedule like landscape jobs. I'll be landscaping all summer long by myself. And then like my part-time firefighter Mitch, she'll come on his off days and help me, or I'll hit up a buddy from high school or college and they'll come and help me here and there, just as an extra set of hands as Bob and Emmett are mowing all summer long. So we run a full mow schedule, but that little in between May through August, we just hit up a bunch of landscape projects. And our mow schedule is like a 4-day mow schedule. So if we really want to push ourselves, we can do a 3-day landscape job on the weekends, or we could have the time off. So that's kind of where we're at. Right now, I pay out about 65 hours a week, not including myself, but usually it's like 100 to 120 when we got the summer help.
We got some, yeah. So, but that, man, that it's nice though having that summer help for sure. I know you, and even though you're paying it out, it's nice having that extra hand.
Yeah, and to go out and learn more about landscaping to our lawn clients, to make additions or changes to their yard. I think it's big for your customers that already know, like, and trust you. If you can offer another service that you're comfortable with, like, you got to be careful with this. Like, one of the things that I really don't fully support, one of the sayings I don't fully support, it's got its time and place. But when people say, if you don't know how to do something, say yes and figure it out later.
Yeah.
Have you heard?
Yes.
Have you heard that? Like, it's got its time and place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of controversial. Like, you can argue both. I can see both sides. Like, maybe if you're not doing anything right now and someone says, "Hey, can you mow my lawn?" Say yeah and figure it out because you got nothing to lose.
If you're starting a business, then if you're trying to get into it and you're trying to build clientele and build work schedule, then that's different. But if you're in the thing that I feel like you could get in trouble with that is now at your size, you're an established company in the neighborhood. Everybody knows who you are. You have a lot of clients to know. If you do one thing like that and you mess it up pretty bad because you don't know what you're doing, that's going to come back on your reputation, and everyone's going to hear about it. Word's going to get out.
And the next time that someone's going to think twice before they can ask me if I could do something for them.
Yep. So you're saying you're getting into landscaping. Are you? Kind of go into that a little bit. What are you saying? What do you mean by landscaping? Because everybody's got a different definition of that.
Okay, yeah, and that's what I've come to learn, because this is our biggest, this was our first season landscaping on a larger scale. And I'm like, yeah, what do you mean by landscape? Is that hardscaping? I think the best way for me to describe my landscaping is $1,000 to $7,000 landscape makeovers. So you have a bed you want made, or you've got, we'll do your whole softscape. Yeah. I'm not really going to do much hardscaping for you, even though I did a lot of that over the winter.
I saw you traveled. Didn't you try? Where'd you go to go into that? I mean, to learn about that.
Yeah, I posted on Hardscape Contractors of America Facebook group, saying that I was available for part-time labor from December through February. And one guy, a lot of companies reached out, and there was a lot of good opportunity there. But one guy in particular, his situation worked best with me. It was in St. Louis, Missouri. I've always wanted to go to St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. I don't know why, but my family was.
Did you have? Where did you? I mean, did you just have to pay for a hotel room or something? How did you get hooked up there?
Airbnbs.
Oh,
it was
really?
Actually it was a pretty fun time meeting a bunch of different people that all different backgrounds that I've never met before.
Yeah.
My first Airbnb I stayed at, he was like a 60-year-old retired salesman, so I learned a lot from that dude.
Dude, I have a friend that does that. He just goes, and everywhere he goes, I'm one of those people, I don't really want to stay in an Airbnb with somebody, but this dude is. And he was like, man, the people you meet doing it, like you can actually you can learn a lot from them. Just sitting there having conversations at night, drinking coffee or something.
What kind of person do you have to be to open up your house to a random stranger? You got to be really outgoing, really open-minded, really talkative.
And
unless you're just doing it.
Yeah, and well, I didn't mean to cut you off. You kind of have you got to have some type of business like mind to think, hey, let's do this and make some money on it. Like, not the average person is going to do that.
Yeah. Honestly, I've never had a bad Airbnb experience. I've stayed in like 4 or 5.
Really?
You should try it.
I've never stayed in one with somebody, but I don't know.
Okay.
I'm staying, when I go to GAE, I'm staying in one. It's on somebody's property, and they'll be in the other house, but it's my own little area. I don't know. Okay. I'm still iffy about staying in the house with somebody, but I don't know why I shouldn't be, because you read the reviews, you can social proof anything now, and
I did stay in an Airbnb my first year at GIE, and it was my first time staying in an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And I left work at 8:00 at night, and I drove to Louisville, Kentucky, which is like 6.5 hours away. So I got there at like 3 a.m. And the lady's like, all right, like, we're all home. My grandson's home. I'm home. She's like 70 maybe or something like that. And she's like, yeah, the front door's unlocked. Like, your bedroom's like through the hallway to the left. I'm like, all right, okay. This is kind of weird.
That is really weird.
Yeah. So this was, honestly, I was sketched out this first night. I rolled up to the property. It was at the end of a dead end street in the woods.
Oh my!
Which Louisville doesn't have a whole lot of woods, man. Like,
yeah.
It's most
city.
of the houses and a few trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's city. Yeah. So I rolled up. There's like kids' toys everywhere. This thing was like Toys R Us, and I was like, okay. Middle of the woods, 3 a.m. I walked through the front door. Looked into the left, and she was like passed out in the recliner, head down, hair in her face, with the lamp behind her. I'm like, oh my
it's
God.
Literally something out of a movie.
Yeah.
Oh my
Straight
God!
out of a movie.
Creeped out sitting here.
Yeah, I was creeped out, and hopefully I'm not turning anybody away from Airbnb. Like, everybody I've talked to has had a good time, but the first one was iffy. They ended up being great people.
Did you wake her up, or did you just walk by to your room?
I walked by to my room.
Oh my!
Walked right into my room.
You just went there
right.
You just went there like enabled her to murder you. You didn't even. Oh, she could have come after you. She could have been faking it.
I know. Yeah, I thought about going back to my car for a minute too, but
I would have.
Really good reviews.
You better believe I would have turned around so fast. There's no way I would have slept in there that night.
I know. Some people definitely would have left, but she had good reviews. Her kid was sleeping in the house. I was like, whatever. Like,
yeah, at that point you were probably so tired you just needed to bed.
Yeah, I needed to. I didn't sleep good, but yeah, if it weren't for the fact that I could hear like 4 and 6-year-old kids snoring, knowing that like she's not like a nice lady, then I probably would have left. But other than that, though, like every Airbnb has been great. I've stayed in Airbnb with construction workers who are pretty fun to talk to. So.
Well, that's cool.
No,
that was one of the biggest side tangents I think we've ever had on a podcast, but I enjoyed it. It was cool. We learned a lot about Airbnbs. No, I enjoy it. This is, if I'm a guest, I don't know what you guys listening like. I seriously want to hear feedback from y'all, because if I'm a guy listening to a podcast, and I listen to a lot of them, this is the kind of stuff that I like. I want to feel like I'm sitting there like in the room talking to the guys that I'm listening to. So I enjoy going off on tangents like that, because it makes it a little more entertaining and stuff. More entertaining. Right. Just it doesn't have to be X's and O's literally every episode. But anyway, so you were saying softscapes, $1,000 to $7,000 projects, not much hardscaping, but that's a great way to make money. Like I've really started getting back into that. So a little backstory here. You might not know. You probably don't know this, but I almost cut my fingers off back in May with the hedge trimmers. So they were like hanging off. They were bad. It was gross. But up until that point, I was booked out like 6 weeks with landscape jobs. But after I messed up my hand, I couldn't do anything. And the amount of money that I made in those 6 weeks just doing those extra landscape jobs, like 1 day jobs, like one Friday job, because I'm like you, 4-day mow route, landscape Friday or Saturday if you need to. I mean, and I know you know this. I'm talking to the choir here. The amount of money you can make on just those little 1 and 2 day jobs, it can really like boost your sales by like 20 and 30 grand if you did them all year long.
Yeah.
I mean, is that kind of what you're seeing? You're saying you're doing the kind of 1 to 7,000. How many days are you allotting for most? Are you doing them most in 2 days? What are you kind of doing time wise?
Yeah, 2 to 5 days.
Yeah.
Landscaping is usually $75 an hour. Is usually what I charge around here. $75 to $85 an hour.
Plus your material and all that.
Material, yep. Material marked up.
Yeah.
Dump fees marked up. You get marked up everything.
Yeah. I hear you.
That's what I charge around here, but I know every market's different. It all depends on the income in your market.
Yeah.
The demand.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I know there's still places that are charging like $40 a man hour to cut grass, and I'm like, wow, you got to get that up. You got to get that up.
Yeah.
It's kind of the goal of the
usually we're minimum for grass we're 55, and it goes up to about 72, 75 at the tippy top in the fall at the last like 3 or 4 weeks where it's not growing much.
Yeah.
Where you can maintain quality work and fly through it.
Yeah.
That's when make the most money cutting grass.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. The fall, I love the fall because you're cutting. It's growing just enough to have to cut it, but it's not like you're having to bag it or double cut or anything like that. But you're still getting paid. It's great. Yeah. It's great. Yeah. But well, that's cool.
Fall's always been my favorite season in this business, and I really hope it doesn't have to do anything with the high man hours. But maybe I don't know, dude.
It might a little bit. I mean, it sounds like you're kind of a numbers guy, so
might be a little biased.
Exactly. You got to do a little bit. That's got to have a little bit to play in it. But, well, let's kind of talk about kind of where we're at right now in this year. So we were talking about this before you hit record, and it's something I've seen you on Instagram, and it's kind of enticed me. So you were saying you're bagging for your customers right now for your own convenience because y'all got behind from rain, and it grew a lot. How are you – so kind of talk about why – expand on the reasoning on why you're bagging. And do you do it throughout the year if this happens? And if so, do your clients get an extra charge on that? Because if you're doing it for your, I mean, I totally understand doing it for your convenience. Absolutely, I get that. But are you going to your customers and saying, hey, you're going to have to pay more for my convenience?
Yeah, that's a great question. I love the way you asked the question. Bagging, dude, there's so many variables that go into play with it. Like, bagging to me can be completely different bagging to you. The cool thing is that I've got a dump trailer and I've got a supplier 15 minutes away. So it's not too much of an inconvenience to like have to pay to dump this. Like the pros definitely outweigh the cons. Like it's going to cost me $80 to dump this trailer in an hour of my labor, which is, I don't know, $140 to dump this trailer. And that's saved us like 3 hours today. So I'm like, dude, the time, I don't know, maybe we'll not get that back, or maybe we'll get that back. Mm-hmm. But the fact, like the quality of the work is so high.
It looks amazing. When you bag everything. I was looking at what you were posting on your stories today. I was mind blown. It looks so good.
Yeah. The cool thing is too, it's like one pass. You don't have to double cut anything. We were cutting like 10, 11 days of growth. And there's so many benefits to bagging too. Like, obviously, the lawn needs nitrogen, and I'm not a lawn wizard by any means. I'm still learning, and I probably always will be learning. But putting the clippings back into the lawn definitely has its benefits. You do not have to put all the clippings all year long.
Yeah.
Back into the lawn.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
There's times for bagging.
Yeah, and let's see, if I were to bag, I'd probably charge an extra 20% on top of what I already charged.
If you were bagging, so you're saying if you were bagging regularly all the time.
If I were to change my business model and become a bagging mowing company, like a $45 cut minimum charge would probably be like $60.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good markup. Yeah. And for me, what it would take to become a bagging company full time, I would have to have like 8 or 9 acres of property and a dump truck. And it would be nice to have a skid steer or a wheel loader tractor or something like that. Like dump and spread it out.
You kind of have to be established in life.
Yeah.
To offer something like that. You can't really offer that as like right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to pass off
dump fees and all that.
Yeah, like that it's one thing to come home to your 9 acres of property with a dump trailer full of clippings and just go in the back and dump it.
Yeah.
It's another thing to drive 20 minutes out of your way to a supplier, which either you're going to have to wake up early to go to the supplier, or you're going to have to cut the day off early because not all suppliers are open at 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
To drive there, pay to dump it, and then come back. There's so much logistics added to it. That's why I said there's so many variables. But yeah, do you ever see yourself bagging?
Not really. Probably not. Not in our market. So we have a lot of southern grasses. So we don't. It doesn't grow near as fast as what y'all's. What are y'all cutting? A lot of fescue up there.
Yeah, fescue, bluegrass.
Yeah. We don't. I mean, I don't have 1 yard with fescue. No bluegrass. None of that. I don't know how educated you are on southern grasses, but we have a lot of Bermuda, a lot of zoysia, and they're slow growing. I mean, we cut stuff on 2.5 inches, 2.25, 2.5, 3 inches most of the time. So we actually, my biggest thing is I want to get my goal in my business is to get to where I do every client weekly, because we don't do that down here. I mean, the yards grow slow enough that there's a lot of stuff we do bi-weekly. I mean, I've got 80, 85 clients. We might do 15 weekly, maybe 15 weekly. Most of the rest are bi-weekly. So I think that's my biggest goal. I don't see us bagging anytime soon. I would like to, now maybe in the future, if I get like you're saying, really established, I think I would like to get maybe like what you have a V-ride with a bagging system. Strictly just for fall, just for leaves. I think that would be nice because I could get on higher end properties and charge the higher rates just having that. But
what does established mean to you? Like, does it mean you have a mortgage and a house and a shop and X amount of dollars in capital? Like, what is?
I don't know. I don't know if it means that I'm established, but I don't think that means established to me. I don't know. I think my established is, man, that's a good question. You put me on the spot.
Right.
I don't know.
Your podcast.
For everyone out there listening, no, this is good. Everyone out there listening, what does you mean for you to be established? I don't know. Well, let me kick it back to you. What does it mean for you to be established? And then I'll think about it and come up with a good answer.
Established as a mowing company, I would say 4 V-rides, like 2 enclosed trailers, 2 dump trailers, 2 heavy duties, a dump truck, so 3 trucks, land, probably like a 40 by 80 pole barn, and 2 to 3 full-time guys with $200,000 in the bank at all times. That would be established for me. That would be attainable in like 5 more years.
Yeah. No, and I like that. I kind of follow that model almost. I would really enjoy everything that you just said. I think if I was that point, I would consider myself established. Because right now, I mean, I have 2 trucks, I have multiple trailers, I have 2 mowers. I don't have anything more than that. But I don't know. I think that's about right. I think established would really mean having no business debt. That's what I really want. I want no business debt, no trucks, no mower, none of that, no business debt, and keeping like you're saying a surplus of cash in a bank that I could go put my hand on if I needed to. Whether it be $15,000 or $50,000, I don't know what that number is yet. But I don't know. It's everybody's at a different stage in life too. So are you married right now, or are you single?
Single.
Okay. So, see, we're at different stages. I got married last year, so I'm married. I have a house. I mean, so there's different expenses that also come with that. So I can't I can't save quite as much as you can, as a single person can put back. More expenses come along with that. So I don't know. I think established would be kind of, that's kind of along the lines of what I would want as established is no business debt at all and a surplus of cash that I quit my hand on and some land. But so, let me kick this back to you for the mowing, and maybe you thought about this. I just was kind of going through this in my head. So if you were wanting to bag full time, you were saying you would need the dump. You would want to have 9 acres of land just acres of land and a dump truck. Have you thought about taking and renting like a dumpster, like a roll off dumpster? Would you ever have a place to put that and just put all your clippings in that?
The thing with the roll off, like today, just from today, we did 31 lawns or 30 lawns or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we had like 8 yards of material worth of grass clippings. So most roll off dumpsters don't really get more, or at least for the market around here, like you can get a 20-yard dumpster or a 30-yard dumpster, but that's it. And you're paying $300 for it.
Oh, okay.
And then
so you're really not saving any money.
You're not saving any money, but then like the added labor of pitchforking it into the dumpster.
Yeah.
I don't have a skid steer. You could use a skid steer, but just like my situation right now, I'm still living with my parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it just doesn't. It's not right for me. I could see it being right for some people in certain situations. But the cool thing, which I need to research more about, is if I had 9 acres and a spot to dump.
Yeah.
At my own place for free all the time, like grass turns into soil. Grass clipping will turn into soil.
Yeah.
So you can make a pile 2-3 years, however long, and this is
you
like
turn it in and sell it.
You could sell it. You could, if you're super green, you could use it and have a garden in your yard, or you could plant trees and have a small tree farm.
Or you could stop buying the bags of soil you used to put in with your plants when you do landscaping. You don't have to buy anything. Yeah. You can just use that to backfill and stuff.
Exactly. And this soil around here in Oxford is like the absolute worst too. I don't know if you know a whole lot about soil. Yeah, it's so bad here, dude. If you look up Oxford, Michigan on Wikipedia, it's like the gravel capital of the world. Like it was the biggest gravel mining operation up until like 10 or 20 years ago, and there's still like trucks all over the place. Really? It's just not the biggest operation anymore.
So like when you're digging holes, you're running into gravel all the time?
They take all the gravel, and what's left behind is the clay.
Oh, yeah. So we have so
much
like
clay. Digging holes in concrete. Yeah, it's really bad. Like I had I live
in Clay, Alabama. That is literally the city that I live in.
Oh, nice.
That's
awesome.
And it is clay. Every yard here is clay.
You got clay there? I wonder why they named it that.
Yeah, I wonder why. I don't. God. Yeah. And do
y'all
have like? So it might be like regional for y'all, but we have certain neighborhoods. Like we have neighborhoods that I'm like, I won't do another landscape job in there because the ground is so bad.
Yeah, dude, I had a cavity filled last summer, and I'm digging in the ground with a pickaxe, and every single swing, like I feel it in my mouth. It was the ground that hard.
So
this shouldn't be happening.
On your landscape jobs, do you run an auger or do you hand dig everything?
Yeah, so we're gonna be running an auger now, but
okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the best investment. Shoot, if you're out there, so if you're a small landscaper and you're getting into these, like you're saying, $1,000, $3,000, $5,000 landscape jobs, go buy you a $400 or $500 hand auger and put that thing to work, because man, it'll work you. You'll be tired, but it saves so much time as opposed to digging. Like in the clay and the rock, we started using it back in the spring this year, and it has saved us so much time on landscape jobs.
Yeah, yeah, dude, I believe it. I like the day I did it wasn't my biggest landscape job, but it was the most holes I've had to dig for a landscape job. I think it ended up being 5 yards of clay that we took out by hand. But like it took us, me and another guy, all day. In an 8-hour day. So 16 man hours to dig out 5 yards of material, which isn't that great. And everyone's sliding up my Instagram story like, dude, do you know what an auger is? I'm like, well, now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Yeah, once you find it, you'll never go back to hand digging.
Yeah, you could be smart about a lot of things, but dig holes for a day, I think I would have thought that one through.
Yeah.
But
Yep. I don't know. That's... Oh man, hand digging is just miserable. Really one of my big goals is to get a little dingo. No, I don't really need a bobcat, right? I mean, at this point, I really don't see myself needing it for a while, maybe 10 or 15 years down the road. But I would love to have a little mini skid dingo type thing with I could put an auger attachment on there, put a bucket on there, and I think that would really. And have you thought about that? I mean, I know you're talking about skid steers.
Yeah.
Have you put any serious thought into that?
A lot. From what I've heard, a lot of guys like us that don't really get past 5 employees, they are the guys that like really, really care about grass or stay lawn company. They like the compact tractors because they have a smaller footprint on the property.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
and you can put a little backhoe
you know,
attachment on those.
and they apparently you can get an auger on them too.
Oh man,
So
if you could
that's
put a
what I've
hoe,
heard.
if you could put a hoe and an auger on there, that would be insane.
Yeah, you could go to work and go to town with those things.
Yeah.
I haven't put a whole lot of research into it, so I can't say. I rented SK800 ditch witch this year. I love that thing.
Yeah.
That thing was a beast.
Yeah.
And then right after I rented a dingo, like the small dingo. I'm like, oh, what is this? Like it still works better than I can. But it was cool to like compare all the machines, and everybody that's been in business or has been around for a while, they say like if you don't know what you're going to get, if you're not knowledgeable, like demo all the time until you figure out what works best for you. Because if you're going to either pay for something in cash, which is going to be a lot of money, or finance something, like either way, it's a commitment. Like you got to make sure that you really like this thing, that you're going to like it for the next 4 years.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you were talking about being established, having 4 V-rods. What does your equipment setup look like? Everybody, I love talking about equipment. I think all the listeners like hearing about equipment. So what does your setup look like?
Yeah, and I got to get an equipment picture up on Instagram. I've been meaning to do that, but we've got 2 heavy-duty trucks, an 09 and a 16 Silverado heavy-duty. They're both work trucks, regular cab, 8-foot bed, 4x4s. Great trucks. Love those trucks. I was brainwashed as a kid because my dad works at GM. So I can't drive anything but a Chevy or a GMC.
I hear you.
Yeah. Nowadays it doesn't matter to me anymore, but I was preached that. So I got 2 Chevys. I got a Skag 61-inch V-Ride, a Gravely 60-inch, and a Gravely 48-inch. All those mowers are 2017 or newer. And then American Hauler 8.5 by 20, which is 8.5 wide trailers, super nice if you're going to get enclosed and run 60-inch mowers. Yeah, and then a 5 by 10 Iron Bowl dump trailer. So, you catch all that?
Yeah. I'm trying to keep up here. That's quite a list. Do you run all still handheld equipment?
Yep, still. I love still, and it really just only depends on your local dealer. Have you tried different brands or?
I've pretty much ran still my whole business. I've had Echo weed eaters, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know who's listening, so I'm not going to talk bad about anybody. I just have had better with the grass types that we cut. We cut a lot of thick stuff, a lot of thick weed. Like all of our properties are not nice Bermuda or Zoysia. We have just weeds and stuff. So in our big HOA that we do the common areas, it's very thick, tall grass. And we have had better luck out of stills. That's all I'm going to say on that. We've had better luck out of stills when it comes to power. So we've stuck with them. And their new 94, man, I'm in love with the 94. I could sleep with that 94? Thing. It is so nice. I mean, it being so light and it has so much power still. It's definitely not the power of like a 91 or a 100 or anything like that. But
all you need is power for week-to-week growth for the most part.
Yeah.
It depends on your business model. There's guys out there that have a business model on overgrown cuts only.
Yeah. I'm not that way.
But
I'm not that way.
I'm not that way either.
I will say if I cut everything weekly, which is my end goal, I wouldn't have anything but a 94R. That's all I would have. I mean, I would never. Yeah. I don't think I would need a 91 down here at least. But yeah, so we've run still. I ran Shindao blowers before. I like their blowers, but I'm a big. I know everybody has a different opinion on this, but I have the 800C, the blowers, and it's got the side start, and I love that thing. I can't imagine life without it now. The amount of times that I've had people come up to me driving down the road and stopping, or I've had to stop one of my guys and just being able to turn it off and not have to take it all the way off my shoulders and crank it back up. It's so nice. Do you run?
And they just that 2 years ago. I've got an 800C as well.
Yeah, I love it. And the adjustable. Yeah. Honestly, I like the adjustable the wand too. Being able to in leaf season coming up.
I like that you call it the wand.
What would you call it? The tube, the blower tube. What would you call it?
Okay.
I'm talking. No, not the side start. No. I'm talking about the blower arm, where you can adjust the tube. How it goes. It goes from long to short. I think. I mean, the 800Cs, they all do that, right? Or is that like a?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
They do.
Because in leaf cleanups, you can get up on porches and you can get up in those corners better when it's nice and short. But I don't know. I enjoy it. It's the little things.
I would just call it the blower tube. But
the blower tube.
I'm gonna start saying that now.
The wand.
The wand.
Yeah, I don't
like
know.
that. The 700s, you can adjust them. The 600s, you can adjust them, but it's not with the spinny thing. It's
Yeah.
like the whole thing comes off, and you
No,
gotta.
that's way too much work. I'm too lazy for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially
Come
when
on now.
especially when I'm out there going yard to yard, I don't want to deal with that. I'll pay the extra money to just get the new one and move on. But well, that's cool. So you got a cool equipment set up there. That's I don't know. It sounds like you have a really cool business. Lawn maintenance is what I specialize in. I enjoy it. It sounds like what you enjoy. What kind of business model are you running debt wise, if you don't mind me asking? You can say as much or as little as you want. Have you leveraged debt in the past? I mean, are you leveraging it right now? Are you running debt free? What are you doing on that spectrum?
I've leveraged debt in the past, and this is something I want to learn more about too. I know the more you know about debt, like that's not bad. There's good debt and bad debt.
Absolutely.
Everything is paid off except for my 2016 Silverado. So
Okay.
I had gotten a loan for that right off the bat. Like it was like a year or two. I'm like, if there's one piece of equipment that we need that's going to be reliable, it's got to be a vehicle.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got to be a vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I would have gone with a mower. I'm not 100% mechanically inclined. I surround myself with people that are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so like nowadays, if I was mechanically inclined, I probably would have gone with the older truck, nice lawnmower. But since I wasn't, I'm like, yeah, we got to be able to get to the job all the time. And if the lawnmower breaks down, like I can reach out to this person or that person and borrow one or rent one here.
And you have multiple of those. Like if you have to get by.
Matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you got to do what you got to do in the start. And I'll never forget what that's like. Those are the best times, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget where you came from. That's one of the biggest things that I'll always take away is just don't forget where you started.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any startup stories like that where you're like, did you go with a truck first or mower first? Or
I went mower first. I went mower first. That's actually a good question. I went mower first. So my company started different than a lot of other people's. A lot of yours did. I actually inherited a business. Not inherited. So I worked with my best friend in high school, and it was his business. He bought it from a guy that was in our church, and he worked in it and paid his way through college with it. We were only doing like 25 or 30 yards. I mean, we might have had 40, but it was just me and him. We worked through the summer, and I worked with him for 3 years. And he had paid his way through college. He was ready to be done. So I actually bought it from him. And so I didn't have to like go out when I was 15 and like you're doing in the neighborhood, getting customers or anything like that. I bought some equipment. I bought some of the equipment from him, bought some of the customers. I think I bought about 25 customers, but I started, when I took it over, I went out and got a mower. I got a new mower. And then I rented his truck from him actually because he wasn't in a rush to sell it. So I just rented his truck from him, and got I bought like a $400 rusted out 6x12 trailer, and it got me around. I mean, I got where I needed to go. And, so by the end of the summer, I took it over in, I think it was, October, and then by the end of the next summer, in August, I went out and bought a truck. I bought a 2013 Chevy Silverado. It was for $10,000. It had 200,000 miles on it, but it was a good truck. I mean, it's 4-wheel drive. It still runs good. I mean, it got little maintenance things here and there, but it got me. But that was a long answer to your question. I went mower first. I knew I had his truck. I could rent from him. My dad had a truck that I could use if it broke down. But I knew I had to have a good piece of equipment to get me out there. Once I was out there, I had to have something to keep me going. And I think I still follow that business model. I'm a firm believer in. I don't know. I don't like buying used equipment. Everybody's different. Everybody's totally different when it comes. But like when it comes to mowers, maybe I'm spoiled or I'm a stickler. Maybe I'm stupid with my money. I don't know. Somebody can call me out and say I'm stupid with my money, but I'm going to go out and buy the new machine because the amount of like stress that I don't have to go through knowing that if that machine breaks, I take it to the dealer and they give me a demo and they fix it for free. Like I don't have to worry about downtime because I go get a demo and I keep on rolling. And I know
support that.
Huh?
I'd say as soon as you can, mower wise, get a new one.
Oh, absolutely. I mean and I'll tell anybody that. I mean, if you can physically do it and and I don't know, everybody's debt is different to everyone. How you use it is different to everyone. But like I run John Deere, and they do 0% interest for 48 months. So it's like, why not? Like, I'm not paying any interest. Why would I not just set up a payment plan when I'm starting out on this and have me a good, like, I'm going to save so much money by not having to pay mechanics to come out and fix this thing. I can just pay my monthly payment with no interest. Like, it's no harm to me other than I'm paying it every month. But I mean, yeah, it's not technically mine yet, but I don't know. I'm a big believer in that and getting the good piece of equipment. Yeah, free money.
It's free money. Because what year did you finance it?
I financed it in 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
I don't know if the cost of machines have gone up or not, but like
they have
0% interest.
Yeah,
they have. So you're paying for. I mean, even though it's not the brand new machine, like to go and buy that machine now, like the payment would probably be $20 a month more.
Yeah.
And you're locked in at the old rate. So
yeah,
that's you dodged inflation big time.
Yeah. So I actually just traded those mowers in. They were getting to that point. I had 1,000 hours on my original one in 2 years, and I was like, it was getting to that point. Stuff was gonna start breaking soon. I could tell, and it goes. It's a big circle. It goes back to what I just said. I could tell stuff was gonna start breaking, and I wasn't gonna be sitting out there fixing stuff and having downtime because stuff was breaking. So I went back. I have a great sales guy with my dealer down here, and got exactly what I wanted for him to trade them in, and I just got 2 brand new ones last week. So I'm excited to put those to work. I actually went with a stand on, I got a quick track, which is similar to a V-Rod, but I'm excited. I've never had a stand on before. I've always ran 0 turn, so it's going to be a learning curve for sure.
Yeah, stands are nice too. They're so nice on your body.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard, is it's better for your back and stuff. I'll be interested to see. I don't know. I'll probably end up using the 0 turn more because I got the 60-inch 0 turn and the 52-inch stand on, and I mow most of our big properties. I'll be mowing, and the other guys will be weed eating. So I'll use the 60-inch, but I'm excited to put it to work. How does the V-Rod do? I actually have a question. How does the V-Rod do hopping curbs? Do you have just standard tires on it?
Standard, yep.
How does it do like hopping up and down curbs, like at a gas station or something like that? Does it do pretty well? Because I was using it for the first time today at one of our commercial sites. I literally couldn't get the thing over the curb. It has standard tires on it. I could not get it to go over the curb. I don't know what was wrong.
Did you back up to the curb?
I tried it both ways. I tried to go, but I'm also kind of new. I was like, I don't want to break it, so I was being kind of gentle. I didn't want to do anything the first day to mess it up. Do you say back up over them? Is that the kind of the census?
Yeah, I only have to hop curbs at one account. Okay, and that is I back up to it, and I don't like go slow and like rock crawl over it. Yeah, like I will get within 2 feet and then I'll
gun it,
jam it.
Yeah,
curb.
Yeah.
So I'll just get the back tires up and then I'll go over slowly.
Easy. Yeah. All right. Well, that's good knowledge. I needed to know that. But well, man, we are already sitting at 50 minutes here. This has been an awesome podcast. I've enjoyed it so much, having great conversation. I think if you listen in today, you could get so much out of it. Just from the good back and forth we've had here, the tips that Luke has brought on. I know I'm going to take away from this interview, and I hope y'all can too as listeners. But this is a new thing I'm doing, Luke. I didn't ask you this before, and I'm not going to ask any of my guests. I just kind of want to hit you on the spot here. It's a new kind of a segment that I'm doing at the end of the podcast, and it's just one simple question, but it's kind of packed, and it might make you think about things a little bit. What is your why? I want to find that out from all my guests. What is your why?
I want to, a big thing for me, dude, if nobody knew who I was, or if I had no clue of anyone else's existence, like just as a being, I want to approve of myself. I want to be fulfilled with what I do, no matter who knows about it. You know, you know what I mean? Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Like if like, gosh, that's such a deep question.
It is.
I could get really deep with the answer too. I could get really deep with that.
Well, you say whatever you want to say. Dude, I think, this is, if I'm listening to a podcast, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear these things because that's the stuff that I relate to.
Dude, if I was somebody else in like a way far off universe and I could just watch one person step by step on Earth live their life, like would I be intrigued by this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I could just follow one person around, like, and I got to pick, I want to follow someone that's badass,
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
that's doing something sweet.
Yeah.
So someone that has good morals, good values, and doesn't care what other people think. Obviously abides by the rules, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I'm just gonna keep being me.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, you got to be happy with yourself. You got to be happy with what you're doing, and don't seek approval from everybody else. Everybody's always going to find something to say negative about you, but as long as you're confident in your work and your business model, then you're good. You're set.
You'll be the happiest when you don't have to talk yourself up, when you can just approve of yourself for what you're doing. And it takes a lot of work, honestly, to be able to approve of what you're doing, what you got going on, to be confident in who you are. It takes a ton of work or a ton of mental willpower, but that's when you're the happiest.
But that, I don't know, it all kind of, it's a big circle of life, I guess. Like in your business, if you're an entrepreneur out there, if you have a failing business, you're not going to be happy with yourself. And even if you have a successful business, but you have a terrible personal life, you're not going to be happy. They're not going to go. So if you have a failing business, but you think you're happy, like outside of there, read some business books. Read some. I know you're a big reader. Like I said, I follow you along. You always got a book in your hand, and that's you're learning. You're teaching yourself new things to help you be more profitable and be more successful in your business. And if you think you have a successful business, but you have a terrible personal life, well, one, read the Bible. I mean, it's going to help you the most. Yeah. But after that, read some self-help books, and just some mental books. Help your brain out and the way you think about things. Be a fresh thinker, but don't. It's like you're saying. It was a joke, but
look for potential, man.
Huh?
You gotta look for potential.
Absolutely.
Look how you can improve.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it was kind of like it was a joke what you were saying earlier about how it was ingrained in you when you were a kid to only drive GM trucks and stuff. But like guys, don't let your past define what your future is going to be. Maybe you've been told one thing your whole life, but if that one thing has been from somebody who amounted to nothing when it comes to like business and anything like that, like they were up to their eyeballs in debt when they died and they were never happy and never fulfilled, like don't let that be the person that you listen to your whole life. Like break out of those chains and go out and create your own thinking. Read the books for yourself. Listen to the podcast. Listen to the books. And I mean, there's plenty of stuff out there. You have no reason to be dumb or poor or broken anymore. There's plenty of knowledge out there for you to go get. So go get it.
Yeah, at this point, we are so lucky to be living right now. Like
it's insane.
Anything we could ever want to know is at our fingertips. Like
it's insane. And I don't know if you listen. I don't know if you listen to Caleb Allman's podcast, and if anybody in here does, his show, when we're recording this today, it's live, but his show that was out today, that's exactly what he said. He was like, dude, if you ever have a question, just Google it. Like it's literally at the end of your fingertips, whenever you want, wherever you want. If you have a question, go find the answer. Don't just sit there and wonder about it.
Yeah, it's crazy to be alive right now.
It's a great time. Be blessed with that. I mean, if you're out there, I don't know. I'm always one of those that's like, be content, but don't be satisfied. Like go out and do something better. Make yourself better. Be hungry. Exactly. Yeah. Be hungry. But
stay hungry.
Well, man, we are pushing an hour. I wanted to
say earlier, too,
yeah.
When we were talking about our beginner setups, dude, like rusted out trucks, trailers that squeaky wheel bearings, this and that. Like now that like we're in a position where our stuff's nice and newer, and like some like, dude, and you see that rolling down the street, like don't ever think down on that. Like to anybody that's in a position where we are, like you never know if there's like a younger, healthier lion that's hungrier than you.
Absolutely.
Like you cannot tell from the outside. You cannot tell on the outside.
Nope.
So don't slip up. Don't slip up, bro.
Yep. Absolutely. That's what we're going to leave it with, guys. That's big stuff right there to end the podcast. So, Luke, I appreciate your time tonight, man. Like I said, we're doing it late night here for you. I am so appreciative. I know you had a long work day today, and I know you got a long week ahead, and so do we. So we're going to kind of wrap this thing up here. Just let everybody know where we can find you on socials, on Instagram or wherever you're at, and so we can go find you, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
You can find me on Instagram at ML Lawn Care. That's 2 L's there. And then YouTube is Luke Meyer. I post probably a video a month.
Okay.
Whether it be like camping related or lawn related. So that's just a little bit more, business and personal, whereas the Instagram is personal. So that's where you can find me, guys.
Cool. Well, sounds good, man. Well, like I said, thank you so much for coming on tonight. And guys, thank y'all for listening. It means a lot that y'all are listening. It means a lot that you're leaving the ratings and reviews. And we're growing, guys. We are in the, and this is so small. Like on the grand scheme of things, we're nothing. But for me, it's big steps. We're in the Apple rankings finally. We're working our way up them in the business entrepreneurship category. So I'm excited for where this thing's going to go. Thank you all who are joining in here in the beginning, and I can't wait to see what this thing becomes in the future. But you can connect with us on Instagram at Growing Green Landscapes. We would love for you to go leave a rating and review if you did like the show today, or if you've liked any shows in the past. Go leave those because it really helps us social proof the podcast and just bring in more listeners, get boosted to more people. But we're gonna wrap this one up with that. And Luke, appreciate your time tonight, man.
Thanks for having me on, Jeremiah.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you all so much for listening, and I hope to catch up with y'all here on the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green Landscapes podcast. We know you have many other podcast options to choose from, and don't take it for granted that you chose to spend some time with us today. You can connect with Jeremiah Jennings at Growing Green Landscapes on Instagram, or use the link in the show description. Don't forget to smash the follow button on the podcast and leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. We hope you crush it in your business and hope to catch you on our next episode.